Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to livestream under the moonshine with some dude named Zaxter99. I have no idea who that fool is. This is episode number 226, and we're starting a little bit late tonight, but here we are. Better late than never, right? Panzer Hearts, guys, part 6, episode of livestream under the moonshine, number 226. So we're going to go ahead and get into this, and I don't think we're too far away from the end, and it's getting really, really good, guys. I've really been enjoying this one. In the last episode, we went through an airstrike with Astrid, and we saw a heartbreaking scene of a little girl and her mother dead on the park ground, basically blown in half. It was pretty freaking sad. And Astrid has been an amazing friend, and we even slept with her. And at the very end of the episode, we had in a previous episode we had picked up a blueprint that had fallen on the floor in the tank factory where we work, for our boss, and put it in our back pocket. But we found out at the end of the episode that our best friend Astrid, the girl we're falling for, that we thought was everything, had basically taken our blueprint, and she is a war spy. She is working for the enemy, and she is working at our own tank factory, and she has given the blueprints for our massive tank to the enemy. So this is not good. It makes me wonder how our hero is going to take all this, and it's getting really good. But we're going to go ahead and jump back in and see what happens here towards the end of the Panzer Hearts visual and novel. So let's go ahead and load where we left off, guys. So we are looking for Astrid, and we're wondering where she's at. And we went to her house in the very end of the last episode, and we see here that she's not at her house, and I'm knocking on the door. Where is she? Surely she's okay. I try the handle, and the door opens. After only a moment's hesitation, I enter her house. Now, before you think we're like, what the heck are you doing entering her house? Well, remember, this is a girl that has been really open with us and even slept with us. So, yeah, I guess I don't think that much of it. He's never been in our house, though, so a little bit weird, I guess. I think he's worried about her, though. There's no answer. Bastion. Astrid, are you home? The door was open, so I just came in. Oh, yeah, he has been to her house. That's where he slept with her. Dirt. Yeah, he slept with her in this small bed. She just has a one-room home. Everything, kitchenette and everything, her bed, is talking about how she had made the most of her space. Yep. It looks the same as when we left. The bed's hastily made, and our 2 coffee cups are still on the table. If I'm here, though, I might as well help myself to some coffee. I mean, surely that would be alright. I lift one of the coffee cups, intending to wash it, but by the light of harbor, not again. Oh no. It splashes all over me instead. I track to the water basin to clean up my shirt. Where the hell could she be? As I wipe my hands dry, something jumps out at me from the cupboard underneath the table. Oh boy. Oh, it's right here, guys. The blueprint. It's a piece of paper just jutting out. Oh, wait a second, that looks familiar. I grab the piece of paper, slipping it out from behind the cupboard door with ease. What? The blueprint! Why is it here? And then Astrid comes in. Bastion, what are you doing here? It seems Astrid can sneak up on me even in her own messy apartment. Astrid, why is the tank blueprint here? I found it yesterday in the factory, but why is it in your cupboard? Bastian, I need to tell you something. You might want to sit down for this. Oh boy, here we are. Here we go. No, I don't want to sit down. He's mad. Tell me why this is here. Okay, I will tell you. I knew this moment would come, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. This might be a little uncomfortable for you, but I'll try to tell you this. I'll try to tell you this as truthfully and honestly as I can. Stop talking to me like I'm a stranger. Come on, I know you, Astrid. Unfortunately, you don't. I'm not who you think I am. Oh my God. I mean, there are things about me that I've kept a secret. And I've kept them a secret for a reason. What are you talking about? Are you a spy? Calm down, Bastian. Let me explain everything. Then explain! Astrid sits down and looks at me very seriously. I've never seen her like this. I will tell you, but I need you to calm down for just a second. I don't feel like calming down, but I try my best to be reasonable, and I sit beside her. Thank you. I really don't know where to start. I'm sorry it got to this. I've developed some real feelings for you, Bastian. What is it? When I was a child, I believed in the Empire. I loved to play the game where one kid is Anubis and the other kids play war. When a kid died in battle, they went to the one playing Anubis and walked together into the afterlife. We usually walked straight to the swings, where the dead could play another game while the rest were still at war. I like the swing game even more. I started to think it was better than the dead. I started to think it was better to be dead than to be alive, because the glorious afterlife for the servants of the Empire is better than any real world. Yeah, I know that game too. Why are you telling me this? Later on in life, I started to realize that all things that were wrong, everything told to us, everything we do, how we go to school, how we're trained in youth programs, how we work, and how we wage constant war. Everything we do is always for the glory of the Empire and for the final victory. But where is that final victory? Wait, I don't understand. Let me explain. Just give me a chance, Bastian. The Empire has indeed created many great things. Our natural science and engineering capabilities are unmatched. We can build machines superior to anybody else's, and that's exactly where the problem is. How? How is that a problem? We're a great nation. That doesn't sound like a problem to me. We are great, but only in a limited sense. We've built magnificent things, but in the process, we forgot what is truly important. It's not important to be the strongest, or to be able to destroy anyone who gets in your way. It's not important to keep things to yourself. It's important to learn from others, to share what we know and experience. It's the only way to grow and get better as human beings. Alright, guys, I gotta say that I think Astrid here is giving him the runaround. I think she's giving him a whole bunch of fluff. I mean, it sounds good, I guess, but I think he's gonna get madder and madder. She is really trying to pad this, and I'm starting to wonder if she's even gonna tell him. No, that's defeatist talk. That's regression. That's pacifism. Those are the evil thoughts that are corrupting the Empire now. You think, but wait a minute, and Astrid says, you think like that because you've been trained to think like that. The authoritarian system of the Empire wants you to think that way because thinking otherwise would be dangerous to the Empire. But thinking for yourself is essential to being human. Being critical and building your own worldview are exactly what we need to do to get better as humans and make the world a better place. I gotta say, I agree with that completely. Astrid is absolutely right there. When a country never questions their leader, when a leader, whether it be a boss for a company, or an owner for a football team, or a leader in war, when everybody follows them mindlessly like sheep, and nobody asks why or what if, or has different thoughts and wonders why you're going in the direction you are. It's when people never question the authority that is bad. So I 100% agree with what Astrid is saying right now. I don't know what to say. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to live in a world where you constantly have to be afraid of everything you say? Do you want to live in a world where there's always war and where you always have to fight? Do you want to live in a world where kindness and empathy are considered weakness? Do you want what do you want to be like? What do you want your world to be like, Bastian? I've never heard anything like this before. Not even close. How does she dare talk like this? It's so wrong. I just want to get out of here. I want to get away from this apartment now. It's like I drank 3 bottles of Anubis tear in one sip. The room is actually spinning. I lean on the table, panting, unable to catch my breath. Sweat drips my forehead. Bastian, stay with me. I know this is hard. It was very hard for me when I first realized it. But just think. If you think about all you know, this will start making sense. I know you can do it. I know you've had doubts before. We all have. We just push them aside because we're afraid. This is how we're controlled. By fear. Another very good point. Another very good point. And a lot of people believe that even here in America, our government and, our president and stuff like that, a lot of people believe they control people with fear. Even right now. Fear of war. The fear of everything they tell us. It is how people are controlled, is by fear, for sure. But you can stop that and take control of your own life. You know what is right. I let her words sink in, and my head still swimming. Some minutes must have passed before I could manage to collect my thoughts enough to string together a coherent sentence. Astrid, I don't know. I'm feeling betrayed here. I freaking trusted you, Astrid. I trusted you. You've been using me. Maybe your cause is right, I just don't know. But what I do know is that I've just been a pawn in your own game. Yeah, it's understandable that he would be pissed right now, especially when he thinks, he's never heard anybody say anything like what she's saying. Astrid, I freaking really liked you, damn it. Oh, Bastian, I'm so sorry. I really liked you too. And this isn't something that's supposed to happen. You've also made a change in me. Before, I was just fighting for the cause. Now, honey, I'm fighting for you. I want you to join us. You should be one of us. Then you won't have to be alone anymore. Then you won't have to just sit here and please your superiors all the time. You can be free. Free? Being an outcast and living with two faces? That doesn't sound like freedom to me. Freedom always comes at a price, but I think it's the most valuable thing one can have. It's worth the struggle. Freedom? I don't even know what that means. No, I'm already free. I was taken care of when I was wounded, and now I've been able to work. I've fought for these rights. I've heard so many of these things are missing in other countries. We actually have a system that works. Where is the need for more freedom? Isn't that just a word? That's exactly what they teach you, Bastian. You have to look past that. You cannot let them control your mind like they are. Think for yourself, Bastian. For myself? But it isn't the self that's important. It's the whole of our country. We need to work together for the good of everyone. We're all just small parts in the greater machine. You shouldn't think too much for we shouldn't think too much for ourselves. I think you're being arrogant and selfish. Oh, Bastian, you are not a cog in a machine. You are an individual that deserves the right to think and act however you want. Freedom is so scarce at this moment. We need to work constantly for it. I'm already working. I go to the factory every day to work. I don't have time for this stupid freedom nonsense. Astrid, you've betrayed me, and that's a fact. I can be for any cause that you want, but the fact is that you betrayed me. Well, he's right there. And he's right about the fact that, you know, she has betrayed him. She wasn't honest with him. Yeah. She's making a lot better point than I thought she would. But yeah, he's mad. He's like, you betrayed me. How can I live with that? How can I even look you in the eye anymore? How the frick am I supposed to trust you? I trusted you, Astrid. But, and I really liked you. She gets up from her chair and she moves in closer to me. My body wants to run, but my heart, it wants to stay. I'm torn. Bastian, I'm so sorry. I didn't want it to turn out like this. I was just trying to fulfill my mission, to make the world a better place. Astrid tries to touch me, but her hand feels like an icicle, and I brush her away. Don't touch me. I need you to listen to me. Why should I care? Give me one reason. There's no time, Bastian. It's happening tomorrow. I need you to come with me. I need to show you my true self. And I need to do it right now. Come where and why? You still aren't giving me any answers. Astrid takes my hand, and this time I let her hold it. She looks me in the eye. Her gaze is tempting and very inviting. I can't follow her. Not now. You're talking about betraying the Empire and our gods. Everything that I believe in. Bastian, religion is one of the biggest lies they feed us. That is nothing but thousands of years old nonsense that is only kept up because it helps to legitimize the authority of the state again and again. Anubis, Horus, Nephthys, Maat, they are all fairy tale characters dug up from the Empire's cradle in the south. Old stories and nothing more. No, I saw Nephthys. She was waiting for me when I nearly died in the battle. I saw her. You must have been hallucinating, honey. There are no such things as gods. Damn, now they're getting into this whole religion thing. My mom believes we will see Dad and Bruno in the afterlife. No, he wants to see his dad and his older brother when he dies. Are you telling me this isn't true? I'm afraid not. I believe it might help, just, it might help her to stand the pain of losing her loved ones. But Bastian, there is no afterlife. What? Wait, if there's no afterlife and there's no gods, then what is there left? There's freedom. But freedom without power is worthless. And freedom without power... Wait a minute. And she says, and power without freedom is even worse. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, Joe says they're both right, and his heart is right. This is good. This is good drama. So, and power without freedom is even worse. What do I say to her? Work at the factory is good, honest, important work? I'm starting to believe you. I think we're going to give in to her, guys. No, we're going to rebel against her. I think that in this situation, I think he's going to continue to rebel against her. Just because I think this is what he would do in that situation. But the work at the factory, it's good, honest, important work. And obviously, I want to choose this one because I think what she's saying has a lot of validity. But I think the more plausible thing is he would say this. Work at the factory is good, honest, important work. Astrid did not appreciate that. What do you think we're doing there, Bastian? We're building the war machine for the Empire. The war machine that kills millions of people. How can you live with that? It's more death, more suffering. We can put an end to it now. No, I can't do it. Astrid, I just need time. Dizziness swarms me again. I have to get out of here. I have to think about this. I stride past Astrid and head out into the hall and into the fresh air. But Astrid stops me again, and she takes my hand. Please come back. A lot depends on you, Bastian, and I believe you're going to make the right decision. A lone tear falls down Astrid's cheek. Aww, first time we've seen Astrid cry. She looks me in the eye. I would do anything for her eyes. And then she lets go of me. I run outside and I grab my bike. I gotta talk to my mom. I bike home as fast as I can, and I get there in just a few moments. Home again. I don't like talking with Mom, but right now I have to. There is no escaping this. I hope his mom's still there. Oh, she's there, okay. Mom, I need to talk with you. Thank goodness you're safe. What is it, Bastian? I don't know, Mom. I really don't know how I can talk to you about this. There are so many secrets right now. So many things I just don't understand. What are you talking about, Basti? What's wrong, honey? The Empire, Mom. What do you really think of the Empire? The look on Mom's face changes. She becomes attentive and alert. It doesn't matter what I think. Mom, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But Mom, I've just learned something about the Empire and I don't know what to think about it. All my life, I believed that we here were the good ones, fighting for the right cause. I thought all my efforts would pay off and that I'd be rewarded for it in the end. But I don't know anymore, Mom. It's all becoming blurry. What if we're wrong? What if the campaign in the East is wrong? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm so confused. I'm so confused, Mom. Bastian, my dear child, maybe the time has come. The time for what, Mom? Maybe it's time for you to know the truth. Oh, damn. What truth? What are you talking about, Mom? The truth about your father. What? What? Kontar's office earlier in that same day. Daddy, how is everything? The place looks horrible. The reparations are on their way. We have utilized all possible assets, including the lower class workers, to get the factory running at full power as soon as we can. It seems we'll be back to full capacity within the week. The Commander-in-Chief of the Air Force held a speech today at the Sport Palace and vowed to keep the skies clear. This will never happen again. Oh, I sure hope so, Daddy. Guess who I ran into in the yard? I ran into Bastian. He told me he's been working on a new tank, and you already assigned him to an even greater project for tomorrow. I'm so excited for him. Yes, he did a great job today. If he can finish the tank tomorrow, I'll promote him to assembly supervisor, and he'll get a whole unit to command himself. That boy is very talented. He is both talented and handsome, not to mention from a family with a great history of serving the Empire. He would make a fine husband. Oh, yeah. Oh, Daddy, stop about talking about husbands. I'm still too young to marry. Never. Now is the perfect time to allow a foundation for your future. You have a bright career ahead of you, and it would be even brighter with a good man by your side. Oh, Daddy, I don't know. I do like Bastian. He's sweet, he's intelligent, he's productive. Well, it's settled then. Tomorrow, after Bastian completes the tank assembly, I'm going to invite him over, and we're going to talk about this. Wow, that sounds like more control. Kontar is not only controlling him in the tank factory, he's actually trying to control a marriage between his daughter and Bastian. He is trying to be in control of who his own daughter. Well, he took in this daughter from when she was a little kid, remember? But he's trying to control who she marries and who Bastian marries. What's up, boy?
I think Kontar might be Bastian's dad.
You think Kontar might be Bastian's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what his mother's gonna say? Tell him the truth? Wow, my son says he thinks that Kontar might be Bastian's dad. That'd be weird. Yeah, Joe says I'm more and more on Astrid's side here now. Yeah, absolutely. And remember, guys, last choice that I made, I do that a lot of times in these visual novels. A lot of times I kind of know the right option, especially in this one. I mean, it's pretty obvious what the best answer is. Maybe not the right answer, but the best answer. And a lot of times I try to actually choose the more plausible answer for the situation. So in that situation, even though I knew what the best answer was to believe her, I went with what I felt was a more plausible, choice for him to say based on his feelings and what's going on at the moment. So if anybody's wondering, like, you dummy, why did you choose that? So anyway, he's wanting to invite him over and talk about Bastian and his daughter, Nefer, getting together. I guess marriage. Nefer's like, she's probably thinking, but wait, Daddy, I like Bastian. I'm sure she's thinking, like, wait a minute, don't I have any choice in the matter? Unknown location earlier that day. Thomas. At ease, Astrid. Brief us on the current situation with Subject B, who is Bastian, by the way. Yes, Thomas, I have probed Subject B on the possibility of defection, and the results are at the moment are unclear. I will keep pushing until I have results. So, he knows everything she's doing and saying to Bastian. Basically, it's like he's like, you need to get him on our side. I need to know if you're getting him on on our side. So at this point, I still want to believe Astrid, but when I'm seeing stuff like this, I'm starting to wonder if Astrid is being completely fake with him. Like, does she really have any real feelings for him? I don't know. I guess she cried. I don't know. I guess she does, but it's, I wonder if Thomas is Bastian's dad.
That's what I was also thinking.
Oh, wow. Yeah? I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep pushing until I have results. Does this mean we have a possibility, compromising situation at hand? No, Subject B is unaware of any details concerning us. I am confident he will turn to our side. And if he doesn't, I believe me on this one, Thomas. We put our faith in you, Astrid. Damn. Back to Mom. What is Mom talking about? The truth about my father? He was a great soldier, and he was killed in the Grand War. Bastian, there are things you don't know about your father. What do you mean, Mom? Mom puts her fist on the table, palm up. Hang on, guys, I gotta sneeze. Alright. Oh. So Mom puts her fist on the table, palm up. Slowly, she unclasps her hand. This is something she's been holding. Inside her hand is a medal. Do you know what this is, Bastian? It looks familiar, but I don't know what it is. No, Mom. It's some kind of medal. It's a military decoration. Yes, honey, it is. Another one of Dad's medals. Why are you showing me this? Look closer, Bastian. There's a text underneath the symbols. It reads, Pour l'amour. But that's a foreign language. Why do you have a foreign military medal here? Oh boy. This isn't my medal. This is your father's, honey. Why would Father have a foreign medal? I don't... Shock travels through my very spine. Blood swarms to my face. I feel weak. I'm going to faint. I bury my face in my hands. This is all too much. Too much has happened today. I want everything to go back to normal. Everything can't just completely fall apart on the same day like this. Mom looks away from me, once again lost in her own world. And then suddenly, a fire ignites in her eyes. Bastian, I don't have a lot of life left in me. My suffering, both as a mother and a wife, have brought me to my knees too many times. But I need to tell you this loud and clear. Sit down and listen. She catches me off guard, brimming with life, but her voice is firm. I can only follow her command. It's important you listen to these words very carefully. I don't understand anything. This is foreign. What is this foreign metal doing here, Mom? Bastian, I've tried to keep these secrets from you all these years, and I apologize for that. But I only did it to protect you. If the protection guard found out, they would have killed us both. After your brother passed away, you were the only one I had left. I couldn't afford to lose you, so I kept my silence. But now, it's my duty to tell you the whole truth. I tell you this because... Suddenly, her eyes turn white and her jaw slackens, and before I can react, she slides onto the floor. I yell and I run to her side. Oh no. She hit her head and blood oozes from a small cut on her forehead. Oh no, this is not good. I wipe the blood away from her eyes with my hands. Mom looks at me wearily, grabbing my hand and holding it still. Mom! Basti, I'm very sick. I can already feel the cough leaving my body. I haven't told you. I feel you needed to heal your own wounds. Honey, I don't have much time left. Mom, you should have told me. I could have tried to get help. It's of no use anymore, honey. Listen to me now, and listen good. Your father was a war hero, but he was also a traitor. During the Grand War, he was officially a captain of the Empire's army, but secretly he was a spy for the Western Allies. Oh, wow.
Thomas?
No, this can't be true. My father was not a traitor. He was a comrade to that blasted Colonel Ackerman. That's why he is so fond of you. The Colonel fought with my father? They were friends? One could say that, maybe in some soldierly sense. But he's a very dangerous man, Bastian. Beware of him. I've been carrying your father's medal ever since he died. It feels as if Anubis himself is waiting for me. Was my father fighting for the enemy? He was fighting for humanity, Bastian. This medal in my hands is a token of your father's bravery. He was even a braver soldier than you have been told. He faced every possible risk just to end the evil in this world. That was his most important goal. That is what he lived for. Wait, what are you saying, Mom? Mom looks at me with flashing eyes. She's fierce with energy, like a dying bear that'll crush anyone who dares come too close. It's the Empire that is evil, honey. Your father realized that, and that's why he contacted the foreign powers, and he sought to help them. But didn't you see what happened yesterday? We were mercilessly bombed by our enemies, Mom. Yes, the bombing was horrible. But do you know how many times our planes have hit the cities of our neighbors? Mom, how can you say this? Ultimately, you need to make your own choice, Bastian. I see it now. I see it all too clearly. She's been carrying this inside of her all these years. That's why she's been so powerless, so timid, and so weak. But she isn't weak. She was fighting this insane pain trapped within her heart. Bastian? Mom's muscles stiffen like she's having a spasm. Oh no. Oh no. She looks at me with fear and hope in her eyes. Anubis is whispering, "It's my time to go, honey." Oh man, this is sad. I love you, Basti. No matter what happens, please don't trust the Empire. She takes a deep breath, and then she exhales. Her eyes freeze over, and her body goes still. Mom! Mom, what are you doing? Mom! And she is silent. I shake her a little, and then I shake her a lot, but nothing happens. My mom is dead. Mother! No! Don't leave me now! Wow. Mom, I understand you now. You gave everything for your family, and still, you lost everyone. I am the last one left. My whole world is broken and shattered. I can't trust anyone anymore. Who are my friends? Am I a soldier? Am I a worker? And who do I work for? Who do I love? Who do I love? This has been the best summer of my whole life, but it feels like the end of the world. I pedal through the city with fierce speed. I nearly run over a pedestrian, but at this point, I don't even care. What is the role of an individual in the big picture? I have a chance to make a difference. In the course of the war, is the course of the war in my very hands? My breathing grows heavy, and I have to slow down. Somehow, I've come to the avenue of Montu. My vision grows blurry, and my hearing narrows until all I hear is a whine. My senses aren't working anymore. Is my body conserving energy for something? I glance at my watch. It's already late. I no longer have time to think. I have to make my decision. Should I tell Kontar about Astrid? I would receive a great praise, definitely a promotion. That would probably also bring me closer to Nefer. Or should I go to Astrid? I should join the resistance and fight for a better world. I need to make my decision now. Well, this is an easy choice here, guys. Yeah, even our own mother said don't believe and don't trust the Empire. We're definitely gonna go to Astrid. Joe chimes in and says, "What a day for this to happen! It's the 9th anniversary of my sister's death." Oh wow, wow! Today's the 9th anniversary, huh, Joe? Man, yeah, and then this visual novel that we're liking so much, his own mom dies in it. What a day. Well, I am very sorry for your loss, and I know that 9 years is a lot of years and a lot of time, but I know that you still miss your sister very, very much, Joe, and I am sorry for your loss. Sadly, it's part of life, and yeah, we're going to go to Astrid here. We definitely want to, after what my mother told me, it's also more plausible, I think, after what his mother told him, that he would go to Astrid at this point as well. So not only would this be my choice here, but I believe this is also what Bastion would do. I need to get Astrid quickly. I start pedaling again, but this time my senses are alert and awake. The traffic is slow at this hour, and I easily zigzag around the few cars that appear on my way. Twilight wraps the city in its arms. The great buildings and monuments of Theber are colored with shades of blue and red, as if only small parts in the greater painting. I feel chilly. The last few hours have made me completely forget about my material existence. But thinking of Astrid brings me back to reality. Being close to her was the most real thing that I've ever experienced. I guess it made me realize what's really important here. I arrive at Astrid's place, my heart pounding like crazy. I'm sure of it now. I love her. I must do everything I can to help her. Whatever battles await me, I'm ready for. I climb up the stairs leading to her door. I can feel every step in my body like the trembling of a great force, like an earthquake. I reach the corridor. There her apartment door stands, quiet, unsuspecting. I reach the last few feet and I knock. Footsteps scramble inside. I nearly explode. I can't wait any longer. The door opens. Astrid. She offers me a wide smile. You came, Bastion. You came back. I came back. I came back for you. Not only for ideology, not only for peace, not only for a better world, but for you. Because you are all of those things to me. I will fight for you because you make the world a better place. I take Astrid into my arms. We caress each other like it's the first and last time of our very lives. But I know this is just the beginning of our journey. Our journey here together. She looks at me and I can tell she's holding back tears. And we have more time. I will show you it was worth it. Bastion, we have to hurry. Astrid can't stop the tears anymore. Tears spill from my eyes as well. Right now, we have to hurry. Astrid brings her lips to mine with a sudden, violent passion. I answer and hold her against me even tighter than before. Then Astrid pulls herself away and takes my hands. Now we go. We can talk about all of this later. You made the right choice, Bastion. Lead the way. Astrid runs out the door and I follow her. I've never felt so alive. We hop on our bikes and start cycling eastward. As we go, I smile at her and make a funny face. She's trying so hard to remain serious, but when I shift into an even uglier face, she fails. Laughter rings out among the buildings. I have to admit, at some point I thought you were a little crazy. You're different, Astrid. Even more different than you thought, eh? She flashes a devilish smile. I realize how much I'm drawn to her. She's a magnet that defies all other forces around us. Even the war seems to fade away when I'm next to Astrid. I'm possessed by her. And I love that feeling. Astrid laughs, as if humbled by my remarks on her personality. I'm just a normal girl, living in an abnormal world. Our circumstances make us who we are. I'm very happy you turned into the right kind of man, Bastian. And she looks serious when she says this. All of a sudden, the joyful, easy feeling is gone now. Astrid, I gotta tell you something. Please do. Astrid, my mom, she's went to the afterlife. She died in my arms. Astrid skids to a halt. I stop a few meters in front of her, and our eyes lock. Astrid slowly approaches me, all the while holding my gaze. Oh, Bastian. Timber, knock it off. Go lay down. Timber, go lay down. Sorry. No, Timber, go lay down. Go. Damn dog. Alright. So Astrid takes a hold of me and squeezes me tight after I tell her that my mom died. I'm dumbfounded, but I manage to regain my senses and answer her caress. We hug for a long time. It's as if everything around us disappears. Among the turmoil of war, love, and betrayal, I feel her warmth. That's the most real thing in all existence. Her body beating, warm, close to mine. It gives me all the courage I need. Astrid brings us to the edge of a forest. It's dense woods, but I find it hard to imagine there could be anything so secret going on so close to Thieber. The forest is called Cloudy Forest. I'm not sure why. It houses the largest lake in the Thieber area. Astrid lifts her right arm and jumps off her bike. Her movements are light and graceful. We're close. We have to walk the rest of the way. We hide our bikes under some tree branches near the forest edge. Astrid makes absolutely sure they are not visible from the road. She now takes something out of her pocket. It's a small scarf. Bastian, I'm sorry, but I need to tie your eyes. I have to do that when I bring someone in new. Okay. I trust you, Bastian, but I believe you understand the others don't know you yet. I will prove myself to them soon. That's the right spirit. Now let me get this on you. It seems no matter what I do, I will always have to prove myself over and over again. That's not a good feeling. Astrid walks behind me and carefully sets the scarf on my eyes. And in an instant, the already dim surrounds become completely dark. I feel Astrid taking my hand now. Okay, let's go. Just hold my hand and walk with me. Follow my movements and don't make a move unless I do, okay? Yes, let's do this. Astrid starts to walk slowly and silently. She takes careful and dedicated steps as if walking on thin ice. I follow her with the utmost care in my movements, following even the tiniest hints I can gather from the way that she moves. It's like a dance, only I can't see my partner, but I have to know her intentions only by the signals her body sends to me. I try to remain calm, but I fail miserably. My heart is pounding like a Horus-class battleship engine. The darkness has wrapped me in its silent caress, and I notice my senses growing alert. Suddenly, Astrid stops walking, and I nearly bump into her. She is quiet and seems to be listening intently. I can hear her drawing something out of her pocket, and then I hear a flicking sound, maybe 20 to 30 times. It must be some kind of signal, but I'm too terrified to make out the pattern. It could be Morse code, but I can't be sure. Bruno was great at these kinds of things. He was doing signaling work on the airship. I wish he was here now. He would know what to do. The flickering stops and I hold my breath. I can hear Astrid's heart beating. After maybe half a minute, Astrid lightly taps my thigh and she starts to move again. I imagine the forest around us, more and more trees, some fallen branches, and a sleeping ant colony. It's so quiet my eardrums feel like bursting. We walk for a few moments, and then I realize the forest is getting denser as the trees around us reflect the sounds of our careful steps back to us. I feel a sharp pain on my face as the branches cut me when we push through the trees. And then, all of a sudden, the forest opens up. It's eerily quiet, but at the same time, there's a sense of an upcoming paroxysm, as if we are in a massive hall where the teeniest sound would cause a magnificent echo. Astrid takes a few steps and stops. I come to a halt behind her. From the silence comes a click of guns being set, at least 5, and a cold sweat trickles down my back. Do you know how scary that would be, walking with this scarf over your eyes, not being able to see anything, into what you've known as the enemy territory, where the enemy is your whole life? And now you're taking a new direction. Everything, your mother just died. Now you got guns clicking around you. Am I going to die here? You got a cold sweat. A voice sounds from the darkness. Who is the true king of these lands? Herman. Welcome back, Astrid. Before I know what's happening, strong arms grab me from behind. I try to fight, but I soon realize my struggle is in vain. What took you so long? We were starting to think that you wouldn't come. I apologize for the late arrival, but I must remind you that we're still on schedule. What are they talking about? What schedule? I see you have the subject with you. That's good. Well done. Subject? Me? What does this mean? Okay, unblind him. The blindfold is ripped off my face, and I can see with great sharpness as my eyes are released from their dark prison. Yeah, like Joe says, I'd be shitting bricks. Yeah, me too. There are lit torches around us, shedding a dim light across the area, and I can see Astrid standing in front of me. We're in front of a bunker, completely camouflaged by the terrain in the dense forest. It would be impossible to find unless you knew where to look. There are dark figures around us. I count about 10, but there could be more hiding in the shadows. A man steps into the light, revealing his face. He's a rugged man with a large rifle on his back. His smile buries itself within his stone-cold face. This must be a man that carries heavy responsibilities. He reminds me of Kantar, but this man is very different. He is on the outside of the system, whereas Kantar pulls the strings from within. This man has taken a step from where there is no return, just as I did today. Astrid nods at me. My name is Thomas. I am happy to have you here with us now, Bastian. As he speaks to me, the strong arms release me from their grip. I remember the code of conduct Kontar taught me. It automatically kicks in with this new authority figure. I perform the imperial salute, even without thinking about it. Chuckles ripple through the forest, but the laughter halts when they notice the serious, even angry look on Thomas's face. We don't submit ourselves to those customs here. We are free from them. They are a part of the indoctrination of the Empire, and we willfully resist that indoctrination. I stumble back upright in shame. I'm sorry, sir. I came to help. How can we be sure that we can trust you, Bastian? We know very well how closely acquainted you were with Colonel Ackerman and his adopted daughter. They really do know things. Nefer said she's never told anyone that she's adopted. Because of Astrid, sir? Because of my father? I think this was more because of my father than because of Astrid. I think we learned about what my father did from our mom. So I think that's more why we came to Astrid, or why he would have came to Astrid. So I think that's the more honest answer. We're going to be honest with him, as honest as we can. Thomas appreciated your answer. He and the Colonel were comrades in the Grand War. Ackerman's taken a liking to me, Bastian says, Ackerman's taken a liking to me from the beginning. I have nothing to hide, sir. I am aware of these facts, Bastian. Your father is the key. He is the reason Colonel Ackerman trusts you. He is the reason that we trust you. To have a rebel legend son here is truly an honor, but it is also a risk. We shouldn't be fooled by family ties. But for now, we're choosing to believe in you. You will have a chance to prove yourself soon. Astrid, give the mission briefing. The mission? This must be what Astrid's been so stressed about. Something is going to happen, and it seems that whatever it is, I'm going to have a play in the part of it. Astrid steps into the light and stands fully upright. She looks so strong and brave, even among all these harsh, rugged people. The torchlight gives her features an almost majestic glow. Yes, sir. Our mission is to destroy the Poodle tank prototype. It is of the utmost importance to hinder the production of this new superweapon. If the Poodle makes it into the battlefield, our allies do not stand a chance against the Empire's army. If we can destroy the prototype, that will put a huge dent in any further production of this weapon. Attack Plan A, Castle Raid, is simple. We raise the factory early in the morning, and when the shift change takes place, we destroy the prototype. This was our original plan. However, the Empire seems to have lately gotten a whiff of us. Security measures have tightened significantly. Therefore, the possibility of success for this mission has lowered greatly. Even if we succeed, we would most likely suffer heavy casualties. Astrid pauses and walks a few meters forward so the people around us have a clearer view of her. The suspense is almost palpable. Which in the current state of affairs is unacceptable. Besides, in the heat of battle, we might destroy the wrong tank. Therefore, we need a new plan. Attack Plan B, injection, is much more subtle. 2 convert agents have infiltrated the factory. They will assemble the Poodle tank prototype and set a bomb inside of it. We have made sure those 2 will take part in the assembly. With this plan, we can be sure that we destroy the right tank and in addition avoid any casualties. Therefore, Attack Plan B is preferred. Astrid takes a long look at everyone present. My eyes have gotten so used to the darkness that I can see the faces around me. They all look very determined, ready to give anything for their own cause. I am sure they wouldn't hesitate to give their lives for this. Any questions regarding the plans? Thomas says, who are these covert agents? They are the two people who already work at the factory. I try to swallow, but my throat is suddenly as dry as the great turquoise desert. People turn and look at me suspiciously, even Thomas. I have everyone's attention now. I glance at Astrid and she nods reassuringly. It's time to prove myself. It is my duty to follow the path carved by my father. I'm prepared to do anything for the freedom of the people my father loved so much that he gave his own life for them. Everyone seems a bit curious, but they're relaxed a little. It's settled then. Tomorrow, Astrid and Bastion initiate attack plan injection. Astrid, Bastion, you stay for briefing. Everyone else is dismissed. The people around us turn and disappear into the forest. Some grumble, but they seem content enough. I need to show them I'm worthy of their trust. Great courage and pride fill my heart. I've never been given so much responsibility. I will not fail. I cannot fail. I listen as the plan unfolds. Asher looks more focused than ever. The plan is good. Tomorrow, we will see whether it's good enough. Alright guys, with that, at an hour and 4 minutes into this one, this visual novel is simply amazing. I really like the writing. This is such guys, I like this visual novel so much more than the Doki Doki Literature Club that everybody raved about. And we've already found out that the Doki Doki Literature Club has been read and played more than, I think, 10 million times. This one here, Panzer Hearts, has barely a dozen reviews on Steam. This one definitely needs a lot more exposure. So, you know, if you're watching this after I've streamed it, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, definitely put a shout out for Panzer Hearts. Spread the, you know, if you're enjoying it, especially, you know, spread the word about it on social media, on your Twitter, on your Facebook. Let people know how good this little novel is. And if you think somebody won't read it or whatever, you can definitely direct them to my YouTube channel where my videos will stand. Now, these videos and streams here on Twitch will disappear after 2 weeks or a month or something like that, but that's why they'll all be uploaded onto my YouTube channel. This has been Zaxter99. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you right back here in just a jiffy. Take care, everybody.